to do with the chanting. Actually, a lot of time when we chant, what do we chant? That's the question of what we to chant. For example, if you want to contemplate about that, you have to chant something about that can increase your sense of urgency, right? Okay. And then the second thing is, how do you chant? Okay. The first question is, what do you chant? Right. So when we're talking about this topic, you have to ask yourself. If people ask you, how to contemplate that? What to chant? Which sutta? Okay. Which sutta? Second question is, how do you chant? How to chant? The question is, you finish with the question, where? Where to chant? And when do you chant? And to whom? To whom? Okay. By whom? All right. Now the question is, what sutta to chant? So the sutta must be able to increase the, we call it the samvega, spiritual urgency, right? That's the first thing that you should do, right? So for example, there are many sutta. The longest one will be the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, where the Buddha has the final passing away of the Buddha. That is actually too long. So what will be very short one will be the like Anicca Vata Sankhara, as below. So that's a very good sutta. Okay, it's very short and very rhythmic. And how do you chant? Do you chant fast? Do you chant slow? What do you think? Should we chant fast or should we chant slow? Anybody?
Some
At the speed
Anicca Bhatta Sankara should be
that
slow
can
because it's grieving.
Yeah. You can chant slow, okay? Deep, okay? Slow and deep, all right? So this thing. And you cannot chant too melodious. You can chant too melodious, but when you chant too melodious, it doesn't kind of like fit into the mood, you know? Slow
Yeah.
and deep. Okay. Now, question, where? Where do we chant this?
This one
Is it at the
Yoga
funeral?
Bhatt- Yes, at the wake.
At the wake? And what
Yeah.
else? Can you chant at home? Yes, you can. You can.
Inside the house
And
can, Saji?
can,
Inside the house.
anytime.
Oh, okay.
Anywhere. Anywhere, okay? Because all these are Buddha teaching. Do you know that Anicca Vata Sankhara is chanted by, I think I made a some note there, down there somewhere. Yeah, recited by the Saka king at the Mahaparinibbana Sutta. So it's actually chanted by the king when he saw the Buddha pass away. So you can chant it anyway. Now the question is when? When do you chant? Anytime. Because all these are in the teaching of the Buddha. Okay? These are these, we call it the Dhamma. So anytime. That's why you can chant that. Right? To whom? To you, to whom? To anyone. There's actually no limit, right? Because some people, when they listen to Anicca Vata Sankara, they like it. Because they first, because of the rhythm there, it's very easy to chant. Some people, they understand, even though they are not Buddhist, they're able to grasp the meaning of impermanence. That's why you can see a lot of foreigners, they are in search of Buddhism. Once you teach them the Dhamma, they actually, like Thomas, you see Thomas in the Abhidhamma class, they actually do appreciate the Dhamma better than us because they see from without the traditional viewpoint. You know, we are in a traditional viewpoint where we pay respect to Guan Yin, what Tok Pek Gong, and how many, what else? Tian Gong, whatever. We have that kind of traditional, we call it, how call it? Traditional value with us. Yeah. But those who are from, even though we say Christian background, but actually some of them are not Christian, they don't have that kind of background. So they can accept faster. Okay? Faster than us. Right. So conclusion is you can chant anywhere, anytime. And you have to chant in a way that it should be more meaningful. Because if you chant for Anicca Vata Sankhara, it's like you teach the children sing song already, right? There's a sing song type, right? Like metta, you can be sing song. Yeah, because metta is you need to have a loving kindness, whatever. Okay, now this one we go through already. Right, so we just read Aham Jara Dhammo Hi Jarama Anadito Pyadi Dhammo Hi Pyadim anatito. Marana dhammo hi marana anatito. Sabe me piyehi manapehi nanabavo vinabavo. Kama sakomhi kama dayado. Kama yoni kama bandhu. Kama pati sarano. Yang kamam karisami prananam wa papakam wa tasa dayado pavisami evam amhehi abhiham pachavikethabam. All right, so we finish this one already. Okay, let's continue with this one. Now, in the basic class, you learn about the instrumental case. All right, so you can see a lot of
He.
he. This he can be instrumental or
Imperative.
ablative. Not ablative, ablative.
Ablative.
Right. Yeah, you forget already. Okay.
He.
Now,
Second person.
Ablative
or,
Ah.
okay. Let's go forward. Or, okay, this is, pronoun is actually quite difficult sometimes because pronoun have different, like may can be instrumental, dative, genitive, ablative, we don't know what, so we just leave it here. Now, piya, you know the word is beloved, okay? Mana is a blessing. Nana is kind of like otherwise here or separate anyway. Okay, you can become, it's a, actually noun means different. Vina means separate. Okay. Now, so then, now, sabehi me piyehi manabehi nanabao. Now we have to think about this. Is it ablative or whatever? Okay. So you have to look at the tone now. All that is mine. Then let's say if you look at the English, then it should be genitive, right? Mine. Okay. It look like genitive to us. So my means my beloved, let's say from beloved or to me. Now in this is actually is difficult because little bit difficult because the subject is doesn't seem to be quite obvious here. What do you think subject will be? Sister Wong, which subject? What do you think the subject will be?
I think it is Mana Bhavo and Vina Bhavo.
Okay, so this is subject, right? So if we had a subject, so let's do different because the translation has different meaning. Let's say we direct translation will be difference because it's a vowel. Okay, vowel here we can translate as the state. Okay, let's say direct translation will be like kind of like the state of difference. Okay, and the state of separation. Okay, now, so what should we do with the next one? The state of difference, the state of the separation. Now, by let's say if we take it this one, let's say we take it as either ablative or genitive, right? Ablative or
Instrumental.
instrumental. So we take these two, right? Okay. Separation, let's say we just put like this, by or, okay? That, now, you can see here, be, he, this means that, let's say, if this is a noun, then this one should be adjective because all that is, that they are, okay, beloved and pleasing. All right? I'll make it smaller. Okay. So we are doing the literal or direct translation. State of difference and separations. Nana bawo, vina bawo. Now, by all, there's a sabehi that are, this is a is actually adjective, all right? Let's say this is a noun, then this should be the adjective. You had two adjectives, all right? They are beloved and pleasing, right? Now the question is, how do we link? Even like reading like this is a literal translation. It's different from this translation. So we have to think about how do we make sense. The state of difference and separation by all are beloved and pleasing. So now this is a question about may. May is actually, when we learn the pronoun, especially in the intermediate class, you notice that may actually is a short form of how many? I think except the nominative, then the other is quite possible, right? So I think Sister Vila, you all remember? You all learn, I think, lesson 26. How many is possible for may?
Think 3 only, Saiji.
3 or 4. I think ablative, dative, genitives, yeah. Yeah, except the nominative. Locative
Accusative
also.
also.
Have
Yes, five, 4 or 5. Yeah.
Five.
So this will be difficult to understand. So we have to think about the set of difference and separation by all and beloved and pleasing. Let's say we put the subject, we have the subject, maybe we put the verb, maybe is, okay? We temporarily put something, a verb here, is. Let's say we take it as potting. Let's say potting. So set of difference and separation, maybe we put is by all they are beloved and pleasing. Now, may. Let's say we're going to put to me. All right? Is it possible? Let's say if we take it as instrumental, by all they are beloved and pleasing to me. Or maybe we put the word to me. The set of difference and separation is by all the beloved and pleasing. Or to me, the set of addition by all they are beloved. Okay. Maybe make it literally happens for me, yeah. Happens for me, happen to me. Or sometimes we use the word is to me. Okay, maybe use the word occurs or is to me. All right, now is it make sense? This is we call it literal translation, all right, or direct translation. Right? So the subject was nana bawo, vina bawo, the state of difference and separation. Sabehi, piyehi, manahi, by all their beloved and pleasing, happens, occur, is to me, for me. Then this one, may will be, we take it as dative case. That's why when we learn pronoun, it actually is difficult also because there are many variations. All right, do you accept my literal translation? Okay. Right. Okay, so we take it in this way, all right? So all that is my beloved pleasing will become otherwise. Now in here they feel future tense, all right? Future tense. But here we don't have the future tense. So if you want to build the future tense, you can put bhavisati. Okay? If you want to put future tense. So sabehi, me, piyehi, manabehi, nanabhawo, vinabhawo, bhavisati. This thing will happen to me. Dative to me. All right?
So Saiji, the answer is the state of difference and the state of separation by all that are beloved and pleasing to me.
Yeah, something like that. Right. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Then the all that is mine, beloved and pleasing, will become separated from me. This is ablative.
Yeah. Now, if according this one, this is ablative. But here, according that is my is genitive. So it depends on the way you translate. Either you translate here genitive, and this is a from me is ablative. Yeah, two-way. So either this is the first translation. Let's say if you are going to do the second translation. Okay, let's say we're going to take it as now because the subject will be the nana vowel, vina vowel. So we cannot change the subject, right? So the subject of difference, instrumental ability. Let's say we take it as ability from all that are beloved and pleasing. Okay. From all that are beloved and pleasing, maybe let's say we talk about mind. Let's say we talk about my state of difference and separation from all that beloved and pleasing. Okay, there's another translation. We take it as a may as a genitive here. All right. So this may we take it as dative here. And this is a may as a genitive. So either way, right? But the key point is actually still emphasize on the nana vowel, vina vowel. Vinana vowel, vina vowel. Behit. Here is instrumental ability. So behit, instrumental. You cannot change it to genitive. Actually, it should be, I would think it's nana vowel, vina vowel. Difference and separation of beings. I would thought it's of beings, but of is not possible because this is an instrumental dative. Right. So maybe this one will be a little bit, I would say, a little bit confusing because we are not sure about the heat here and we are not sure about may here. All right. So should we pass? Let's move on to something else. This one is straightforward. Kama saka heat. All right. So actually, you see this before heat. All right. You see this heat. You notice that in above, we also got this heat. Right. Heat. So it's heat plus a plus o sound. So you see this before. So it's a karma. Karma is karma. Okay. Saka is property plus then you put the heat. Right. So you become karma sa heat. Why we drop the a here? Now that's the reason why we learn the sandu. Okay. Why we drop the a? Because it shows that compared to all, compared to this all and compared to amhit, right? Amhit may be not so important. All is more important because Kama Saka here is a subject here, right? We just take it this because this is subject is more important, so we drop the A here. So this A is dropped, right? So Kama Saka amhit. Now Kama Saka, Kama is Kama. Now you can translate as action here. Like say, for example, Saka is honor, karma is action. So I'm the owner of my action. But when we translate with the word karma, we translate to action, it doesn't sound too deep already. So we just keep karma as karma. So sometimes no need to change all the word, right? Saka is own. Literally, the word saka means own, like for example, own properties. Saka. Own properties. Sa and ka, all right? Sa is a own thing. Right? Possessing your own karma. Right? So karma saka hit. All right. So you see you have the O here already. So you have another O. So this means that they are same cases. This also same cases. And this one will be all are similar cases. All right. So the whole thing will be on. All of them actually will be the subject. Except this hit. Hit is the verb. All right. So this means that all will be in noun. Or you can say they are all in masculine, normally singular. Except the hit will be in present tense, first person, singular, all right? This one. Then the rest also masculine, nominate singular. It has to be masculine because we finished the all sound, right? So kama sakom hi, kama is kama saka on. Dayado, dayada. Dayada is A. Yoni is okay, so we can go for literal translation, all right? So da, now we use daya, dayaka, dayada, kama daya. I think this is kama sakomi, kama dayado, kama dayado, kama dayado, kama dayaka, kama sakomi, kama dayado, kama yoni, kama ban. Okay, let's check this. Kama dayado. Dayaka is beans here, right? So we have to do here, kama dayada. So somebody who is a A of the karma, right? So just take the word karma dayada. Inheritance, all right? So literally means inheritance. Daya, A and Da. A and Da. Da is here. This is the explanation according to this one. Daya, A and Da. Da. I'm not so sure what the root is. Da is not a root here. Let's say A and Da and Da. I think this is better. Now you can see when you check dictionary, there are many possible kind of like we call it the definition here. So ya, and da. Now, if we are talking about the root is da, like the word dana, the word dana. So da is always to give, all right? Da is always to give. Let's say the meaning of da is to the root da. Root da is to give, right? So if you have a negative, the prefix R and da. R is a negative meaning, negative prefix. Okay, so when it combine R and da means to take. Let's say we take this one, right? So we have the meaning ada. Then what's the meaning of daya? Right? So daya. Now, give, right? It's actually coming from the word dadati, give, donation. So let's say, so this means that this give or donation, and then plus the ada means take. So somebody who take the gift, so means is the A or inheritance. They will inherit the karma. So I'm born, I'm the owner of my karma, karma dayada, I'm the A of my karma, yoni. Now in Abhidhamma, you learn there are different types of yoni. Like some they are born at the stomach, so they're born from the water. Some they are spontaneous born. So yoni has few meaning. You will see this more on Abhidhamma. So sometimes yoni has a common meaning of just origin, right? Origin. Sometimes yoni means knowledge. So it's a birthplace, nature, realms. So in Abhidhamma, you have said andaja. For yoni, this is important when you learn about that. You're born from the andaja. Okay, andaja means you're born from the egg. Right? Okay. Jala Puja means Jala Puja is one to it. This one is born from water. Water means like when some of the food or whatever they touch after what the what call it, worms will come out. There's a moisture born. Opapatika will be spontaneous born. Okay. Then I think this is the Jalabuja. Jalabuja should be human. Yeah. Worm born. Okay. So you only refer to origin. Right. So that's why you can say born of karma. So yoni will be talking about place, origin, or rebirth, something. So bandhu will be, bandhu is talking about bandhu will be more on the relative, right? So bandhu, kinsman, relative, right? It's coming from this word bandati, right? So bandhu will be relative, comes from bandati, right? So you see in one of the Pali medicine, bandati means something to ties up. So it's like your father, mother, all these are relationship because they are ties up. They had ties to you. They are linking to you, right? So this bandhu. Now, patisarana is, sometimes we have another translation. So born, related, karma, abide, supporting. Patisarana, sometimes we call it refuge. Okay, shelter, protection. Okay, so this one here. The patisara means shelter, refuge. So this means that we take refuge in our karma, or here translate supporting by karma, right? So I'm the A of karma, even though this is only few lines, but actually it's very profound because it's talking about the working of karma. So this means that the first one, karma saka, whatever you do, good and bad, you receive it. So that's why you are the owner of your karma. You make your own karma. So you receive whatever good or bad, you will receive it. So you are the heir of karma. So you are born for your karma. If you got good karma, you're born as a human and deva. Bad karma, you're born as a hell beings and so on. Karma bandhu. So karma bandhu is when we pass away, nobody follow us to the next world. Only karma will follow us to the next world. So actually, it's very good to contemplate. When we pass away, like you see the case or like the earthquake here, it happens within about 5 seconds. The building can fall down very fast. So who can follow them to the next life? Nobody, except the karma. So the kinsman, relative, so will follow them to karma. For this one, same recording. Sometimes, we can do another translation. Karma is my way. You can translate it as karma is my refuge, or having karma as label. Like that, like this. Okay. So this is another alternate translation for the above. Okay. So I related to karma. This my karma is my relative. Karma is my refuge. So when you pass away, you cannot take a refuge in your money, in properties or whatever, because money, properties cannot even bring to next life. So only things we can take refuge is our good or bad karma. So all these are very profound. So when we chant this, you have to really chant very slowly. Of course, now you know the meaning, so it will be easy. Okay. So all good or bad will be separated from me. So kama sakom hi, kama dayado, kama yoni, kama bandhu, kama patit sarano. Right? So okay, any question before I move to the next one? Okay. Sorry. Yam kamam karisami karanawa papakawa tasa dayado bawisami. This dayado we see before. The A. So literal translation, yam. Yam is relative pronoun, means whatever. Whatever karma is the object here. Karma, acquisitive case, karisami, I will do. Now, this karma is explained by karyanam papakam. So karma here is an object here, and this object is actually described by the adjective 1, adjective 2. Okay, the karma that I will do, kayanam. Kayanam means good or skillful. Papakam means ill or evil. All right, so good or evil. So good or for evil means bad. Of that, tassa. Of that, tassa is actually a literal translation for this tassa. Okay, of that. It's an ingenitive case. So if we are talking about relative, this one should link with this one. Of that, all right? Whatever karma I do, good or bad, tassa. Of that, okay, dayado. Dayado means A. And then bhavisami, I will be. Okay, so this A, I, literal translation will I will be, right? So here all future tense. Why future tense? Because whatever we do will affect the future. All right, so that's why it's in future tense. Yang kamam karisami kayana wa papakam wa tasa dayado bhavisami. All right, so this is a very simple grammar. Evam tas amhehi. All right, now this is we call it this tabba. You find in Pali Made Easier, I think lesson 35 onwards. So this we call it future, they call it FPP, future passive participle. Or another word is called gerund. It's all the tabba. You see a lot of tabba in Dhamma. So means that, let's say translation will be task by me. You notice is because this is a passive sentence, huh? Frequently, right? And then this is recurring. This tapa we can translate as should or would or ought. Okay, we ought. So direct translation means, or A1 means in this way. In this way, okay, or maybe this. Okay. In such or such, or maybe that. Okay, that should be correct by frequently. So when we learn Pali, sometimes you have to learn the direct translation or literal translation. Right? Then because when we do the direct way, we can understand the Pali grammar better. But after that, you have to go for indirect. Because indirect means it will be easy for people to understand. Okay, so you have to learn into it, right? So that should be corrected by me, or this should be corrected by me. So task should be frequently correct. Right? So that's the meaning. So this means that he will be in instrumental singular, right? And then plural. Right? Okay, this abin ham, pachawik kataba. Now, when you learn this future tense, what you do is you need to know. Okay, you know there's a taba. You can actually take out the taba, right? Or itaba. So you can divide it to itaba. And this one, from this one, you will see, you can break to, change it to present tense. So this one should be pacha vedkati. So for divide, you will have the pacha. The root will be pa. How you get this is timpati plus awa. Should be the ikati. Should be like this, okay? So T and I, TI become TY. So this should be the K. Okay? TY, and then the I change it to Y. Okay? Then you have the TY. TY change it to CC. Right? Then you go awa. Awa is we can take it as another prefix here. Another prefix. Now, the Pachawakati is like Pachawakana. One of the Vipassana knowledge, you will have this one. Okay, awa. Or another possible present tense will be awakati. All right. Beside this Pachawakati, then another one you should also learn is awakati. Okay. Pachawakati, awakati, pati, and awa. Ikati. Now, this root ikati is always referred to look or see. Right? So this is actually a very strong word. You always have to see, to look. So you, in a Vipassana knowledge, you have Pachawakana. This is a knowledge that you get when we say after you practice something, then there should be a review. You review the process or so on. Okay. Pachawakana requires reviewing knowledge. Like somebody get some higher knowledge, they will be reviewing of their defilements, past defilement, future defilement, and so on. Okay. Or sometimes when you have some good level inside, you might have this little bit, not a lot, but at least you kind of like contemplate your own progress. Okay, so evam amhehi abinham pachawiket tapam. All right, so it's a very simple statement, but it's very profound. So we should contemplate the above from the starting point. Okay,
Saiji,
so
sorry,
yes.
the he not by us.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, by me, by us. Thank you. All right. So we should reflect this. But this chanting, a lot of people don't chant because first is it's not easy to chant. It's not so rhythmic. I don't think I heard. I think in Thai tradition maybe, not in really in Myanmar tradition. I think in Thai tradition they chant a lot. This one, okay. And now this chanting is actually very profound, but little bit not easy to chant because it's not rhythmic. The next one here, I think you all are very familiar. So in fact, actually, Anichavata Sankala is the first chanting that I also learned. Right? So remember, this is recited by the Sakake when the Buddha attained Mahaparinibbana. So this way it exists the Mahaparinibbana Sutta. So then we call it the Ti Lakkhana, three, okay, characteristic. Now, now in Abhidhamma or in Vipassana, you also learn the same thing, all right? So we call it the Samanya Lakkhana. So okay, so this is a general characteristic. This means that it's talking about the anicca, dukkha, anatta. Okay, so it's same thing. That's why the word lakkhana here. Then another one you call it sabhava lakkhana. Sabhava lakkhana is when you contemplate the we call it individual essence. For example, like the earth elements has hardness, softness, and so on. Okay, so you can see the word lakkhana here. So this is in any insight meditation or even an Abhidhamma also will say about this thing. So that's the meaning of lakkhana. The lakkhana here, samaya lakkhana means that this one, same thing. Now the meaning of lakkhana sometimes we can translate characteristic. Sometimes the word lakkhana means also refer to sign. Okay. Okay, samaya. Now samaya refer to the generality. Okay, so this should be a long A here. Samaya. And then sabhava. Because I forget long A or short A. Sabhava. Sabhava means natural, right? Condition, nature condition. There should be a length A here. So Sabbawa, Lakkhana, and this one. There's Samaya Lakkhana. Now Lakkhana, we use the word, we normally translate characteristic, but actually Lakkhana can just refer to the meaning of sign also. Like the Buddha had 32 Lakkhana. If you know the meaning, the Buddha had 32 Lakkhana. So like he got this one or this one, a small hair, and then long ear, and then the tongue is long, and then the body in a like banyan tree or shape. So Lakkhana can be sign or mark or quality. So the meaning of Lakkhana actually can look. Yeah. So it's good to know all the possible meaning. Like the Buddha had 32 signs, this is the one. And characteristic like here, Sabbawa Lakkhana, Samaya Lakkhana, this is the characteristic. Sometimes a quality also called Lakkhana. So
Saji,
Tilakkhana, yes,
since
three
you
characters.
said about these two, can you add another one? Sankata Lakkhana.
Sankata Lakkhana. Sankata is also, can also. But Sankata Lakkhana will be also same thing, right? Sankata, kata, right? Lakkhana. We're talking about this one, I think with the dot above.
Yes. Yeah. Dot below.
Above, I think.
Hmm.
I cannot put the N here.
Above.
Okay, this keyboard not allowed. Sankata Dhamma. Okay. This one. Now, what is Sankata Dhamma? Sankata. Agree. Okay, now you say about Sankata Dhamma. What is Sankata Lakkhana? Sankata Lakkhana. Okay. So not sure what it is.
Is it this one with the cause and effect one, is it?
I listened before this one. Let me do a search.
Sabawa,
Sankata is
namanya, then
Sankata normally refer to created. Alright. So
Condi-
Sankata Lakkhana. Do we have this word?
condition,
Sankana is in this Lakkhana is in this Visumaga. Okay. Lakkhana. Yeah. Maybe we check later lah, okay? Okay, we check later. Sorry, I don't think it's later. But normally we have to meditate this first and we go for second. So any meditation vipassana, we should try to see individual essence or characteristic like the earth, water is liquidity, and then the wind is a blowing, and then hot and cold and so on. All right. So after that, when you see the individual characteristic, you try to see all will change. So then you get the meaning of anicca. Then based on anicca, you understand things are suffering, and then there's will be anatta. Okay. So that's how we practice now. Lakkhana. So that's why we have the word three lakkhana, Lakkhana. So anicca, vata, sankhara. This one, how do you recite? So we go for a question. How do you recite? You have to recite slow and deep. Right? So when you go for funeral, ask people to recite slow and deep. No, go anicca, vata, sankhara, upadaya. That means it's too fast already. Anicca, vata, sankhara. Upadawaya damino upajitva niruchanti kesa upasamo sukho. Like this, alright? So after that, you repeat 3 times, then you go for Dukkhavata Sankhara Upadawaya damino upajitva niruchanti Tesa upasamo sukho. Okay? All right. So I hope you all print out. So we just have a 5 minutes break, then we continue. We will finish the sutta by today. Okay. If we have time, we go for the Pali medicine. So just 5 minute break. Okay, we finished the first line. So let's go for the first one. Okay, now, actually this sentence is very easy. Now, Sankara. So the subject will be Sankara. That's why you have the present tense, third person plural, all right? Because the subject is Sankara. Now, this Sankara is modified by how many things? Anicca. Anicca is adjective for Sankara. This one, Upada Vayadamino, also modified to Sankara. All right? So you got the first adjective. So this is adjective 2. And then after that, you only have this one. So this is a verb 1 in gerund and then verb 2. We're finished here, right? So the Sankara are Anicca. Sankara is it's a nominative because it's subject here. So nominative masculine. Sankara is always masculine. Okay, plural. So that's why Anicca is also masculine nominative plural. It's all same thing. Vata. Now this vata is indeclinable, right? So vata you don't need to decline. So you can translate in many ways. Indeed, surely, at last, really. Okay. So that's why I translate as indeed. Or if you want to translate another way, so you can say formation are really impermanent. So it's kind of just empathic only, It's not really clear important, just empathic or really indeed the formation are impermanent. Just to stress that there's nothing is not impermanent. Everything is impermanent. All the sankala. Sankala here refer to what is sankala? Refer to our namarupa. Okay. So sankala refer to namarupa. Because we are supposed to contemplate our namarupa for meditator. If not a meditator, at least you need to contemplate the body, the human life. Okay. So in this case, when you chant this for other people, you're talking about the human life. Human life are impermanent, right? So anicca vata sankhara upada vaya dhammino. Okay, now dhammino from the word, of course, from the word dhamma. Now, let's say if you look at the word dhamma, then you need to plus the it and then no. Okay, now what is this no? Okay, Sister Willa, do you know what is this no?
Possessive nouns, Saji.
Yeah. So what is this no signify?
Genitive or dative case.
Okay, it's not genitive. It's same. It's an adjective, so it should be nominative plural, right? Okay, now where do you see this no? In which case? Senani, 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 no, right? Or remember when we in consonantal, we also have the when finished with I,
Yeah,
it's a possessive thing, but it follow the declension of senani, right? Senani, 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 no, right? So this one is a nominative plural, follow the senani, no, declension, okay? So yes, this is a possessive, right? Means that, let's say, the meaning of possessive means dhamma. Dhamma, let's say we have the word, we translate with the nature. This E suffix, we translate with the word has, okay? Has. It has the nature of upada, arising, via ceasing, all right? So this no will be indicate what is this no? It's just a plural, okay? Now this dhamma, and this suffix, what is this suffix? Suffix will be in suffix, should be in suffix, yeah. Where you see this in suffix? In the Pali Meiji. Okay, so open your Pali Meiji. Which lesson? Can you remember? Where's my Pali Meiji? Yeah. Where is it? Okay, which page have the in this one? So in a possessive noun, which noun? Which page? Anybody?
Maybe under lesson 21
Yeah, 21 under the
and under
yeah, in,
lesson
all right? Yes, lesson 21 in suffix. So page 53, all right? So 53. So you'll see this. So that's why when you learn the sutta, you come back the same thing. You know, this in suffix. So it's a possessive. Possessive means consonantal means it's finished with the not consonantal, not the R, E, U, I, O, not the vowel. So it finished with the like T, T here. So this one is finished with I, I-N, all right? So wealth, wealthy means one who has wealth. Power, powerful. Powerful means one who is powerful. So this in suffix will be signifies is a possessive suffix, all right? So like Sister Viva said. And this no means what is that? This one. Okay, you can refer to this one. So you should make a note. It's a lesson 21. This note, senani, senani note. This is declined according to the senani note, right? So that's why when you learn the advanced lesson or intermediate lesson, you still have to go back to the basic level. Basic level in Pali Meiji for lesson 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You need to know the in E, finish with I, okay, long I. All right, so you got this note here. Okay, so this one is the in suffix. So you can put here either in or in note. So refer to PME lesson 21. Okay, so you can refer there. All right, so clear already? Sister Wong, Vera, you all remember this one, right? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So anicca vada sankhara upada vaya dhammino. Now this upada, you notice that PAD. This also PAD. It's actually same root, okay? With the root wood already, up, okay? So if you want to divide, it will be something like wood plus PAD plus the A. Wood is come out. Now this PAD, you will see here PAD here. Now but, what's the root of but? PAD. To go, to move, right? To go, to move. So literally the translation of wood means up. Okay. Now to move or go. So go up, move up. So this means upada. Uddama means arising. Okay. Now vaya means ceasing. Now this upajito also same meaning. Also root wood plus the PAD plus the ya, all right? And then plus you got the upaja. Then you plus the itua. It's the same root, same prefix. Upaya. Here is upa. Okay. So upada, upaya. So means here arising. Now here translate with the word subject to, but subject to actually just the meaning of this dhamma. That's how they translate. Dhammino means has the nature of, literally if you want to translate, you can translate has. Now we are talking about sankhara, so we should translate have the nature of rising and passing away, all right? Or ceasing, same thing. All right, so this is another translation. Is it clear? Better clear, right? The Dhamma are impermanence. The Sankhara are impermanence. The Sankhara have the Dhamma nature. In is a possessive suffix, okay? Has the nature of upadavaya, arising and passing away. All right, so this is second adjective. And then it finished with upachitwa, having arisen. Ut always same. Itwa is a general, so we translate having arisen. Nirujanti, right? They ceased. Now, this is also, you will see the JJ here. It's also same. The root will be ni plus, should be RUDJ plus the ya plus the nd. Okay, this one. So Nirujanti, another noun for it will be Nirodha. Okay, so I think in Perak, is it the Burmese monk, the Nadasidi here, the Nirodha Rama. So this one, the same root RUDH, RUDH, and to hinder, right? To hinder. So this is the to hinder. Now, Nirodha, same the root, okay, root here will be Nirodha. So this is a perfect cessation. So when we talk about Four Noble Truths, you have the Nirodha Satya. Nirodha Satya is the third Noble Truth. There's a Nibbana. Okay, third Noble Truth. Third Noble Truth. Noble. Okay, so you got the root part, you got the word root, all right? Root become raw, Nirodha cessation. So this is recited by the Mahaparinava Sutta by the Sakaki. Okay. Now, Tesam. Tesam will be genitive. Dia, Upasamo, Sukho. Sukho, I think you all know. So, ceasing means when the Sankhara no more arise, no more arise, no more ceasing. So, their ceasing will be happiness. So, Sukho. So, Upasama, Sukho. Upasamo, Sukho. So here will be, you can take it as this is a subject and this is a adjective, subject complement, right? So you can write down subject complement. So literally, so if this subject, then this one will be subject complement. Okay. So anyway, this is a subject complement here. Literally, this is just an adjective here. So upasamo sukho. From this one, if you want to find the root, okay, what is the root? Anybody can guess what is the root for this one? Upasamo. Okay. Can try? Anybody want to try? What is the root? Can try?
Some.
Okay.
Some.
Some, okay. Some, right. Okay, so let's try, let's say it will be V plus upa plus some, okay, plus a. Now this sum, yeah, you see, sum is peace come, to be a peace, right? To dwell, pacify. Okay, peace. All right, we upa. So when you learn the this on the intermediate class, we see many kind of prefixes, right? So actually, this one should root sign, but I don't have a root sign here, so I just do it like this. Sometimes not easy to put root sign because typing is. Just change it. Right, any question about this one?
Saiji, the Upadawata, and you scroll up the first sentence. This verse, Upadawaya is a compound, is it? Upadawaya
Yes,
Dhamma.
yes. This is a compound, so you have to think about what kind of compound.
I can't figure out.
Upada Dhamma, it might be just a Kamadareda. Okay. Just an adjective. These two may be adjective. But if you cannot find, you have to go That's why you copy and you go for, just do a search and try to see how much you can find out. It's kind of like research value, I say upada vaya damina. And I just delete the last one and see. Okay, you can see it's actually very famous sutta. You say that word vaya. Okay. Okay, you can see here, right? I copy for you.
Saji, the
Um,
upasamo, the U has a long U, right?
Upasama. Upasama. Longer. Yeah. Let me check.
Yeah, long U.
Upasama. Yeah, longer. Okay. Upa.
But is the long U is a variant, right, Saji? It can also be short.
Upasama. Upasama.
The V and U, the sandhi here, I think. The
We
prefix
upa.
plus
All right. We upa. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just regarding the question just now. So I'll put down there. And I put the last page of it. So this one. So this is the answer. Ask what kind of sandhi. So you have to look at it. Upaya wa dhammino means upada is a two thing. Upada dhammino and also vaya dhammino. All right. So upada dhammino will be kamadarada. Right. It's an adjective compound. So two compound you add together with the cha and cha. So it becomes sandhi here. Okay. This one you can refer it later.
Saji, can you please show the just now you do the find
Yeah, is it?
in the dictionary? Can you show that again?
This fine? This one.
Ah,
Okay.
yes.
You just type whatever you can and put the asterisk. Don't type the everything. Don't type the everything. Just do
And
an
then-
asterisk because at the back there's always some variance, right? So you put the asterisk at the back. Upaya damino. So I
And
just don't do the no. Okay, and then you just enter.
Enter. After that, enter. Because I tried the
Yes.
day after that, cannot enter, press enter. And then you did
And
the pie just now. What did you click?
Control F.
Oh, Control F. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is just a normal thing, all right?
Oh,
Just the
okay.
same thing.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Saji,
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we finish the same thing. It's the same upasamo. Let's say without the long U or short U. Let's do a check here.
Saji, can you hear me?
Yeah. Wait. Okay. Yeah. It should be long U. Okay. So yes. Yes. You want to say something?
Control F is means what? Control F, you say?
The search.
find.
Control to find. Yes.
Search, okay.
But Sayaji, this upa in certain dictionary it says short U also can, long U also correct. It's a
Can
variant.
really?
Don't know.
Okay.
Don't
Not
know.
sure.
I think it's the golden dictionary, is it?
Oh, okay. Okay, then you find another dictionary. Upasamati, upasama, upasamam. Okay, you can see here. Yeah, maybe some of the dictionary will show the variance. I think it's upasama, right? Yeah. But it's okay. It's just either long you, short you. Okay, now we still have two. This one we finished already. Now,
Sorry,
I
Saji.
think I go through this last time, right? Did I go through with this class or with another class? I forget already. Okay, I think I go through this part, right? This video. Maybe last time I did.
Beaver's daughter Fine.
Only the first line, I think.
This
Aduvam
one. Oh yeah. Aduwam jivitam duwam maranam. Okay. Now this duwa we translate as impermanent. All right. We say life is impermanent. We understand death is permanent. So if you translate in this way, what's the meaning of death is impermanent? It's like you die forever. Duwa is kind of like have other meaning. Constant. Okay. So it means that constant, permanent, fixed, regular, sure. So maybe we translate life is unsure, right? That is sure. That is actually much more meaningful. Okay. Or life is unconstant. Unconstant means you go ups and down in life, and that is more, that is constant. You cannot say that is constant because after die we were born again, right? But here it has the meaning is things are impermanent in life, but that will surely happen. That is sure to happen. All right. Life is unsure. That is sure to happen. Right. Then
Certain,
awasam.
uncertain.
Okay. Also can. Life is uncertain. Can. Life is uncertain. That is certain. Yeah. Can also. Means that it's certain to happen. Right. Certain to happen. That's the meaning. Okay. I must certainly die. That's the whole meaning here. I must certainly die. Right. Okay. This is the first line. Awase Marina. Let's see this. Life has O as N. This should be this end. Now we go for last line first. Jivitam me aniyatam. It's same thing here. Here is just now you do wa. Here is niyatam, aniyatam. Now me is you can translate to me or my life. Okay. Here either you can translate or maybe you can put to me. Okay. To me, life is uncertain. That is certain to me. Okay, we translate this way. So this sentence is actually linked with the first sentence. So the first sentence is Aduwam jivitam duwam maranam. Here will be jivitam me aniyatam, maranam me niyatam. It's actually same thing here. Okay. Awasam. Awasam is, I think, definitely Maya by me, I think. Or Maritaba. Maritaba is like the one taba you should translate as ought or should. Now, but what is this Maritaba? Now, this Maritaba, it look like Marita and Tapa. It look like kind of like past participle Maritaba. Marita and Tapa. So Maritaba. So here is now here is used the word past participle of Marathi. Means ought to die. It's also past participle. But some the Maricha, they use the word. You see, there's another one, Maricha Taba. Okay, so there's another one, Maricha Taba. So we have to look what is Maricha Taba. But Maricha Taba has other meaning already, peppers or whatever. Maracha Taba. No, this one should be, I don't think so. Should be the Maritapa. Okay, so it should be this one. Should be this one. Past PT.
Potential participle, is it, Saiji?
Potential participle is a gerund dive, right? So it's a future passive participle, same thing. It should be the same thing here, gerund dive or FPP, future passive participle. Okay. Now this Maya. this Maya is, if we take it as a pronoun, then it should be by me, instrumental. All right? Ought to die. But if direct translation would be ought to die. So how you translate? So I will certainly die. All right? So we translate in the indirect way. I will certainly die. Certainly by me, ought should be die. Yeah, ought to die. Ought to die by me. So I will certainly die. That's the meaning. Awasam. Now, just now you see, definite. All these are kind of like indeclarable. This means that you don't need to declare. So inevitable. So surely, certainly. So I will surely. Okay. Or certainly. So, this kind of poem means it just kind of like sometimes might just repeat the same meaning, but it maybe just try to emphasize the same thing by different nice words and so on. So the first one, just to tell you that you will live, your life is uncertain, and that was certain to happen. And the second line tell you that you will certainly have to die. That's the second line. And then the third one is Marana. Marana is that. Pariyosanam is end, all right? So literally translation means that is the ending. Okay. So my life. May will be, take it as a genitive. My life has that as ending. Means that your life will finish with that. It's the same thing again. It's actually the same thing. It just turn the sentence move here and there. All right? So Marana. Now you learn the Pali Meiji, you see this one from the word Marathi, all right? Marathi now here become Marana. Marathi is a verb, Marana is a noun, right? And the prefix will be mar plus ana. Okay. Ana is always like we translate ing. So ana is we call it the noun forming. So it makes the verb become noun. So after that, because due to the R, you need to change it to long the lingual N. All right. So Marana. Marana means like Marana Nusati. You see the Marana Nusati from this word. Marana same from the Marathi Mar. So that. Pari Yosana. Okay, this one actually easy. The prefix will be Pali plus Awa. I think this is a S-A, not sure. Should be Anna. Now, what is significant is this, there's a Y insertion, okay? And Pariyosanam, termination, Pariyosanam, Pariyosana. Okay, Awa and Sa, okay? Pali Osana Awa. So, what is the significance about this? There's an insertion of Y. So, when we learn the Sandhi compound, sometimes we put Y. And the reason why we put Y, because Y is a semi-vowel for the I. Okay, you'll see in the intermediate class. So, Awa. And this is the root is Sa. What's the Sa here? No, this one. No, this Sa. Okay, to make thin, to bind. Should be this one, to bind. Let's say we take it to make thin, to bind. All right? Or to make thin, to bind. So, okay. Not sure what is this root. All right? To make thin or to bind. Let's see. So, pari, awa, change it to o. So, pari, yo, sana. All right? So means ending. So my life, me jivita, my life has that as an ending goal. Right? So jivita me I niyata, marna me niyata. So it's repeat the same thing again. All right. So any question? So
Like
this is
Leslie.
actually not really recited by many people. Not so easy to recite also. Yes, Sister Wong?
According to dictionary, sa is complete, is it? Complete, accomplished.
Complete. Complete.
One dictionary.
So if sa is complete is like prefix some like that, no? Some.
Sa. Sa. Okay. Cannot find. I cannot find here. Maybe
According
Satu.
to the digital Pali dictionary, is a sa the root complete, accomplish. Digital Pali.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, digital Pali, okay. To complete.
To complete,
To complete.
accomplish.
To accomplish. Maybe to complete is better. Okay, either one. All right. So this one you also can recite if you want. Duwam jivitam duwam maranam. Awasam maya maritapam. Marina pariyosanam me jivitam. Jivitam me aniyatam. Maranam me niyatam. Okay. This is also another one. Okay, we've finished this one by today, all right? This is from Dhammapada. So Dhammapada is, when you read Dhammapada, you will read the story. And the background story will tell you what is the verse. Here's the verse 41. So Achiram Watayam Kayo Patawi Adi Sisati. Chudo Apeta Vinyano Niratang Wa Karimpara. So, okay. This one you also can say. Achiram Sun. Wata is the same thing like just now, Wata, okay? Chira is soon. Chira is like Buddha's Sasanan Chiram. Chiram is when we say Buddha Sasanan Chiram Titato is long. So when you put the negative R means not long. Not long means short. Short time means soon. Wata is indeed. And this ayam means this kaya body, right? Soon this body, earth, so will lie. All right. So this is a future tense. Adik says something. All right. So this body means your body soon will lie on the earth. Chudo. 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 Chudo means from the word chat, I think. Should not this one. Maybe typing it with the 1D or this one. Yeah, this one. Thrown away, rejected. Okay, thrown away. Okay, so it's a thrown away, being abandoned. All right, being abandoned. This one, being abandoned. Apeta. Apeta means peta vijnana. We know the word vijnana. All right, vijnana means consciousness. So apeta means should be referred to the consciousness is gone or left. Right. For the word apeti, gone away. Right. So actually here, if you're talking about Sandhi, it's really one of the Sandhi here. Right. So it's a apeta. Now, what kind of Sandhi? What do you think? What kind of Sandhi? So if combined, you got apeta, vijnana. So Sister Wong, what do you think is what kind of Sandhi? What kind of compound? Sandhi or compound? So it's very easy. Is apeta is free, all right? Free or derived. And vijnana is consciousness. So this is just a adjective, even though this adjective is actually in a past participle. Okay, appetite. Appetite past participle is appeta. Okay. So it's just a kind of dharma, karma dayada, sandhi. Right? So chudo being abandoned, apeta means derived or without consciousness. Now, so ni plus atta. Now, atta is talk about meaning, and then iwa. Let's say it's actually three, iwa or ewa. Iwa is just, okay? Iwa, atta means meaning. So, ni is without meaning. So, means that just a useless kalingkaram. Kalingkaram is kind of low. Okay? Low, okay? Rotten piece of wood. Low. So, this one. Okay? So, ni atam. Atam is a meaning. So, without meaning means it's useless. So, literally means without meaning or without use. And ewa is just without the meaning, without the root. All right? So, if like this, who's the subject? The subject will be just kayo. Okay? So, kayo is the body. The body will lie there. So, this is another way of translation, especially another way of contemplation, especially when you see a lying body. When we see the lying body, the body just lie there. So you see it lie on the earth. Of course, now it's more, when you all see on the funeral, it's on the coffin, right? But in a like natural disaster like in Myanmar now, if you really see the body just put on the ground, then you can contemplate this one. The body on the ground is being abandoned and then without consciousness, and then just so after somebody die, what left is only the body. And the body is just like a log here. Because after person die, he cannot move for a day. So people had to carry the body. It's just like useless log. Okay? Even the person cannot use the body. Other people also cannot use the body. But the body is totally useless. Okay, now we study the last one. Okay, now this is the Pachima Vacha, the last speech of the Buddha, right? So subject is the Baugawa. So the so this one, okay. Then the blessed one addressed the okay, then we translate with the blessed one, the Bhagawa, Bhikkhu, object Amantesi. So this is a past tense. It's not the second person singular. Because the sit here is an insertion, right? So you got this one. The prefix we are with this man, and then plus the A, and then the insertion of S and I, finish with I. So it's a past aorist, third person singular. Now this root is man. Man is always to discuss. Okay? So you have you know what's the meaning of minister? Minister in Pali is what? Okay. So this is to discuss. So minister is, I think the meaning is manta or something like that. Cham is removed this one. Counsel. Wait, let me check. What's the meaning of minister? Mahadi. Amacha. I forget the Pali word. Something like manta, something like to refer to minister. Manta. Okay, never mind, all right.
Is it
Okay, so Amanta, is it? Amanta?
Ama?
Amacha? Amacha?
Fish. Wait.
Colleague, no, this one. Friend, helper, Amanda. But the root is mat. This is amacha. Amacha is another root. Forget the Pali word. Amacha. No, this one amacha. Mata. Oh, this one Mahamata. Oh,
It's
this
like
one.
minister, amacha.
Mata. Chick means mata. Okay, where? Mata. Mata. For the word amacha or mat.
Amacha is minister. I think PME each lesson.
Amata, right?
Amacha.
Amata. Amacha. Okay, yeah, but we are looking at the root mat. We are
Okay.
looking at the word man or mat. Mat. This is MAT, mat. Okay. Actually, I'm looking for something with the root man. So, okay. So, Bhagawa Bhikkhu Amantesi. Right. So, the Bhagawa addressed the monks. So, subject Bhagawa, Bhikkhu is the object here. Handa, right? Handa is also another indeclarable. So we see many things like just now. Wata, we see wata already. So this handa also another kind of like well, then kind of. So it's also another indeclarable, right? So wata. And this one is dani. Dani coming from the word idani. So handa and this apostrophe here means a combination of handa and idani. So it's actually handa and idani. So well or surely or really bikawe. Now, this also always okay, wakadev pura bhikkhus. Now you see this amantasi and this amantami. It's actually same root, but this is past tense. This is a now we look at it since it's a let me now address you. So in this context, it's actually imperative sense, okay? So we can translate as imperative first person singular, right? So from the word like same man. Now it can be a, right? It can be a, but here is ayah, right? And then with the me, okay? So earlier one will be just now will be okay. This is amanta yami. So you can compare this one and this one, okay? Amantesi. Okay, so man, same root. This is a. This is the ayah, right? So here is finished with I. This one is an imperative sound, amante. Amanta yami. Now the Buddha, now you can see the same thing, vaya dhamma. So earlier one we have upada vaya. So vaya here refer to ceasing, via ceasing or this integration, dhamma. Dhamma means like the nature, or here they translate with the word subject to. And sankhara will be condition, right? So let me address you. So condition things, sankhara. Dhamma means are subject to or has the nature of vaya, this integration. So appamadena, so it's an instrumental case with diligence. So appamada. Now, pamada apanada. So you have this na plus pamada. Panada, we talk about heedless, right? So not heedless, how you translate? So we can talk about heedful. Or here in this way is diligent. Sometimes they translate with mindfulness, right? So you can translate as long as understand the meaning is not heedless. So somebody who has a heedful or diligence. And then sampadeta. Sampadeta will be also imperative mode. So same, the root was some and pat. So today you see the root pat only. To move or to go. So with the then should be with the A and ta. So here will be imperative second person who, right? Because he's talking about who the monks, not one monks but many monks. Okay. So there's a then the Buddha last speech. Ayam this Tathagata the Buddha's Pachima Vacha. So the Buddha taught this one. After that, he entered to the first jhana, then to fourth jhana, then all the way to Alupa, whatever. Then go back to first jhana, go to the fourth jhana, first jhana. He did a series of up and down. So you have to look at the Mahaparinibbana Sutta for this, how the Buddha entered the process of passing away after giving this speech. All right. So this is the last speech that Buddha speak of. So people use this one for contemplation because thinking about why do we contemplate this? Thinking about, oh, even the Buddha with so much great wisdom, so much great psychic power, he also cannot conquer his own nature of death, right? But Buddha had to pass to Parinibbana. Because if Buddha not passing to Parinibbana, how can he prove the anicca dukkha anatta? So Buddha by his own Parinibbana, he did prove that in the world there's anicca dukkha anatta. Okay, so there's the sharing here. All right. So any last question? So we just stop here. Now all these are shared in a Google document, so you all can just download later, or you all can just. I hope you all print out so you can just add on the notes later after you listen, or after you can just make your own point based on your notes. That's how you learn, you know. No, just watch the recording. After that, you just forget. Print out and write down and analyze by yourself. And highlight all the possible root. Like just now today we learned about man. So because root are very important. So highlight all the root when you learn yourself. And then this is today we learn about this part also. Okay. PAD. What else? So apeti.
Root.
Oh yeah, this adi was it. Okay. This one the root should be C, I think, SI. D say D. Okay. The root sit, all right. To lies on. So you see this sit, where you see this song for the word sciatic. This sit, you see this sitting, then you will have the saya. Then you got the then you have the sciatic. Sciatic means to lie. Okay? To lie, to sleep. That's what I mean. So it's the same root. So every time you learn a new things like this, you have to go and link with the old knowledge, right? You have the new knowledge, you have to link with the old knowledge. So you don't forget the old knowledge. And then new knowledge will not be so strange to you. When you learn in this way, linking knowledge, so your understanding will be better. And it's whatever you learned before will not be wasted, right? For example, the apeta. Apeta for apeti. Now you think about it. Let's say apeti. What is the root of apeti? Okay. So the root should be apa and eat. You see? Apa and eat. You see this eat before. Okay. So what is the root of eat? Apa plus the root eat plus eat. So what is eat? You see before, right? To go. So how you know? Remember in Pali Meiji, you have a what? Up plus eat, and you have the word change it to what? Eti, right? Eti means eti is what? Comes, okay? Yeah. Okay. So same root, eat, right? So marana. Marati, you also see in Pali Meiji, I think lesson 2 or 3. All right, maritapa. For marita, and I think should be marita and tapa. Should be marita and tapa. And then Nirujanti. Nirojanti, you see the root is root. And this is pad, P-A-D. Okay, the root is P-A-D. Okay. And then Pachawakati. So we see the it loop before. Okay. And then Bhavisami. Bhavisami is same thing with the root Vu. Right? Vu. So all this you from the word Vu, Bhavati. Bhavati means Vu. Okay, you have the word Vu. Vu change it to or change it to A-B. So you have the Bhava. Then Bhavati. Right? So same root. Every time you learn Pali, you thought you learn a lot of new things, but actually it's actually quite same. Like Karisami, from the word karoti, right? Karoti. So you see before in Pali, karoti. Better don't use this one. People are complaining. They cannot see this color. Mhm. Okay. So then you see the da. You see this dayada. For the word da, to give, we learned before this. Okay. So even in noun, there's a root. Verb also got many roots. Okay. I think that's enough for today. Okay. So yeah. So we will finish the class, I think, by hopefully be able to finish the lesson 14 by next week. I think next week still quite early. I only go to Malaysia on 29. So we still can be able to have another 2 or 3 classes. So I try to finish lesson 14 and then we stop there. Because lesson 15 are more difficult. So if I stop at lesson 15, so by the next week I come, the student also